can hear me, right? Yes. So my name is Malm, and I'm from Mälardalen University. I'm currently doing my PhD. And but during my master, we did this work, which I will now present. So, as we all know, the cost of bug fixing goes up as the project goes further. So we would really like to find the bugs here somewhere instead of here. And one way that you can do this is you can use something called model-driven engineering, where you have models as the primary artifact of development. And from the models, you can generate documentation, you can do automated testing, code generation, but also analysis. And there is a subset of models called executable models. So what you can do in an executable model is that you can annotate the state transitions with some behavior in a quite detailed fashion. And this can be done both graphically but also textually using what is known as action languages. And once you have this executability, you can then do analysis of executable properties of your program at a very early stage. So if we can go back, so instead of you have development here, so here you would start getting code, but you might already have a executable model at this point of development. So it will be less costly to find issues with execution at this point than at this point. So Mälardalen has developed a tool for performing this kind of analysis. So for example, program flow and timing analysis. The thing is that the tool uses, because the tool should be usable with a lot of different programming languages, it actually uses an intermediate representation called ALF. The thing is, this intermediate representation is on a quite low, I would say, abstraction level. It's somewhat close to machine code. So it's a great difference between this and the kind of executable models that you would have. So how can we use this tool to analyze these executable models? Well, what we did was we generated from the model, we generate this intermediate representation, and then we can analyze it using SWEdish, which we then get some results. But since these results are specific to the tool, it might be difficult for the target audience, you know, the developers who are using these executable models, to understand. So what we also need to do is to present it in a way that is understandable to the developers, which is the last step here. So this tool is currently part of Eclipse. It's an Eclipse plugin. It's written mainly in Java. And I will just show a brief example. So we start with this executable model. We then perform the text model to text generation. And as you can see, there is quite a lot of details here that are difficult to understand compared to the original model. And then you would get some analysis results, which again might not tell you much. So we pop them back into the model, and suddenly we find out that, this while loop will run 120 times. And then as a developer, you can reason about when you see this, that 120, that's a lot more than I was expecting. And in this way, you can find issues in your software at a very early stage. Yeah, thank you. That's all I had.